If someone can elicit a reaction from you, from what they say, then you are their slave. And that's a fact. A lot of people will react to what people say about them. And I think that's the wrong way to come at the situation. Because what people don't understand is when people say things about you, they want a reaction from you. They want you to retaliate. That's what they want from you. They're looking for that negative energy, because I say it all the time. Negativity attracts negativity and positivity attracts positivity, and misery loves company. And they want you miserable with them. So they want you stooping down to their level. They want you on that same level as them. So when they say something about you, or they do something to you, or they say something to you to try to spark something in you, they're doing that because they want you to react back. They want you to snap back at them. They want you to go to someone else and say something about them, and so they can say something about you, and so they can start this little beef or war or whatever you want to call it, vendetta, whatever. They want that from you. And I would argue that, okay, you want to get back at them for what they said to you. And instead of talking bad about them or snapping back at them and getting out of your character and letting them control you emotionally, I would argue that the best way to get back at them is to ignore them. To ignore them, because once you ignore them, then that's going to affect them emotionally, because they want a reaction from you. Because the worst punishment you can give a man is to pretend he doesn't exist. You understand? So just pretend they don't exist. That's the best weapon towards their assault, is to pretend that they don't even matter. They're not even there. What they said doesn't matter. What they do doesn't matter. What happens doesn't matter. They don't matter. I don't care about you. You're not important enough to react, right? Because in order for you to hurt my feelings, I have to give a fuck about your opinion. You understand what I'm saying? So in order for me to give a fuck about your opinion, I have to care about your opinion. And if I don't care about your opinion, then that's going to upset you. Believe me, I'm 31 years old. I've been around the block. So I understand that this upsets people the most when you ignore them. Because when you go around and you talk behind their back, right? That's exactly what they want from you. They want you to talk behind their back. They want you to react to them. They don't want you to ignore them. People want to feel important. That's another big thing about it. People want to feel like that they have a hold on your emotion, on your spirit. People want a part of your spirit. And if you don't give that to them, that's going to make them more upset than if you would talk behind their back. What am I talking behind your back for? I'll just ignore you. I'll just pretend that you don't matter, right? Like let's say you get into an argument with somebody. I don't like arguing myself because I think it's very childish. But let's say you get into an argument with somebody and they're coming at you and they're just trying to say things to get a reaction out of you. And you just go, okay, cool. I'm not arguing with you, right? Because I'm not stooping down to your level. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of me giving you a piece of my spirit. That's really all you have to do in order to, because they're trying to upset you, right? This is what they're trying to do. You're trying to get me upset. So why don't I retaliate by not giving a fuck about what you're talking about? Because one, you should respect me enough not to try to elicit an emotional reaction out of me. Because if you're trying to elicit an emotional reaction out of me, obviously you don't respect me. So why should I give a fuck about what you're talking about? You understand what I'm trying to say? So people want these reactions out of you because misery loves company. And the worst punishment you can give a man is to pretend he doesn't exist. And negativity attracts negativity and positivity attracts positivity. And once you understand this, you're going to move throughout life more calm, more relaxed. Because I think that's a big part of the secret to my happiness, at least, is that, one, I'm a very patient man. That's number one. I'm very, very patient. Number two, I don't let what people say get to me. I don't let people get under my skin. I don't let it happen, right? Because I understand that the reason why people, a big reason why people try to get under your skin is because there's something going on with them. There's something about them that they're upset with, and they're trying to take it out on you. I don't know, whatever happened to them. There's a whole plethora of things that could have happened. I don't know, their neck hurts, their back hurts, they lost their job, they lost their kids, they lost their relationship. Whatever happened to them, something happened to them that day or that week or that month or that year, and it's still eating at them. And they see you, and they see you happy, they see your spirit shining, and they're like, okay, let me attack this person. Let me attack this person's character. And that's what they're trying to do. So don't feed into that negative energy. Never feed into that negative energy. Always, ignoring isn't always the best option, but it's always a very good option. Because the thing about it is, I don't worry about what people say. Like, I haven't worried about what people thought about me since I was a kid, right? Because at the end of the day, I haven't worried about what people thought about me since I was a kid, because at the end of the day, I don't have to explain myself to anybody. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have to let anybody know what's going on, what I'm doing. Like, I don't have to explain myself. Like, when you're a kid, you have to explain yourself. Like, where have you been? Why'd you come out this late? Why were you drinking? You're under 21. Why were you smoking? You're under 21. You're under 18 in my case, because when I was younger, it was 18. Why did you have this girl over at the house? Why were you doing this? Why were you doing that? And when you're a kid, you have to explain yourself. And when I was a kid, I had to explain myself. And when I turned to adult, I took advantage of not having to explain myself. Like, I don't have to explain myself to you. I don't have to give you a reaction. I don't have to clap back at you. I'm just going to ignore you. So let's say someone comes up to me, they come up to me and they say, I don't like this about you, and you did this and this and that. And cool. Okay, cool. I don't care. I don't care if you don't like that about me. I am who I am. I'm going to be who I am. If you don't like it, that's too bad, right? Don't be around me if you don't like it. I'm not forcing anybody to be around me. I'm not. Maybe except like the people I work with, but at the same time, I'm not forcing them to talk to me. You don't even have to talk to me. You don't. At the end of the day, because I'm just keeping it 100. I don't worry about what people are doing. And another big thing is, you can't take everything personally. A lot of people take these things personally. They take, people talking about them personally and people doing things personally. And I understand that sometimes it is personal. They're doing it because it is personal, but I would not take things personally, because that's another way for people to get an emotional reaction out of you and to control you emotionally, is by you taking things personally. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.